What's the best place for students at Cal State Fullerton to develop their leadership? Right here at the Leadership Scholars Program. Stick around and learn more. Right here on the Leadership Voice. Welcome to the Leadership Voice. I'm your host, Jay Barbuto. Today's show is about the Leadership Scholars Program and everything that it offers. Joining us today will be the director of its program, Rossi Burchett, who serves as the program and event coordinator. Also featured on this episode are two current leadership scholars. We have Jericho Cezar, the VP of the Leadership Scholars Development Team, and we have Makam, a Leadership Scholar Development Board member. So please welcome our guests, and let's have a great conversation about the Leadership Scholars Program. So maybe we can start with you, Rossi. As the person who oversees the program, perhaps you could tell us more about what is the program and what is it designed to do?
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. Thanks for having us here today. The Leadership Scholars Program is such a great opportunity for all students at Cal State Fullerton. The program provides leadership development, networking opportunities, and scholarships for graduate and undergraduate students of all majors. We do this through a series of executive speaker networking events, leadership development training, volunteer opportunities, corporate company tours, student leadership opportunities, and executive mentorships. Our core values include giving back, professionalism, and development.
Wow, there's a lot of things that the Scholars Program are providing for students, things that they probably could not find in other places around campus, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
So as you think about all the great things that the Leadership Scholars Program is doing for students and creating those connections and those opportunities to develop and those opportunities to serve, what are you most proud of as you think about the Leadership Scholars Program?
Well, as you know, as the director of the center, there's so much to be proud of with our students. Our scholars are such dedicated students. They are determined and hardworking. They always seek opportunities to grow and develop. I would say I'm most proud of how well they work together and they continue to involve the Leadership Scholars Program. Our student board is always looking to enhance the program, and thanks to their hard work, every year the program gets better.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, the Center for Leadership sort of has those three core values, and everything the center does embodies those three core values, which is the connect, develop, and serve. So maybe you could share with us, or maybe you and your team can share with us how it is that the Leadership Scholars Program helps to connect, develop, and serve. Let's start with connect. How does the Leadership Scholars Program help students to connect?
Well, I actually have two special guests, as you mentioned, Jericho and Mona. And Jericho, would you like to help us out and share how the Leadership Scholars Program connects?
Of course. Thank you for having me on today. So one of our core events is actually the Meet the Executive events, which offers students a unique ability to connect with executives throughout Orange County. The event starts off as a simple Q&A with the guest speaker, but after, students have the unique opportunity to talk one-on-one with the executive. I know personally, as an introvert, this helped me a lot by making the executive a lot more approachable and also giving me like a warm welcome to introduce myself to the executive. If students aren't able to make these events, we also offer a mentorship program in the spring where our scholars are paired with one of our partnered executives for one-on-one meetings throughout the semester. This is a really cool opportunity to get as much advice out of our executives as possible, as well as, creating that bond and strengthening that bond as strong as it can be. So all these combined kind of show how many opportunities the Center for Leadership offers in terms of connecting with executives.
Oh, that's great. So I guess the second core value is develop. So tell us, how is it that the Center for Leadership's Leadership Scholars Program helps students to develop their leadership and their career readiness?
Yes. So one of the key ways that the Center for Leadership helps students develop their leadership skills is through training workshops. These are almost like mini classes taught by an executive that specializes in the specific topic. It first kind of starts off with a overall presentation about what the topic is, but then students are able to apply that knowledge and in different scenarios that the executive offers. In addition to that, we also offer a special event called the Leadership Academy, which is held once every year in the spring. This is an in-depth examination of each scholar's different leadership possibilities and skills so that they can really kind of develop that through an all-day workshop experience.
Oh, that's terrific. Those are some great developmental opportunities. You know, the third core value of the Leadership Scholars Program is serve. Mona, as a member of the Leadership Scholars Program, maybe you could tell us how it is that the Leadership Scholars Program gives students the opportunity to serve and give back.
Of course. Thank you, Jay. Thanks for having me. So one way that the Leadership Scholars are able to serve and help out in the community is making a priority to go to these community outreach events where it's 2 to 3 times per month where we go out and volunteer and help out. So whether that be preparing meals at Ronald McDonald's house or at Mary's Soup Kitchen, or even helping puppies get adopted at the Pooch Match, these events are a lot of fun. And you get to know your fellow scholars in a very chill, laid-back environment, and at the same time get to develop those interpersonal skills. And since this upcoming semester will be virtual, we're not going to be able to do most of the things that I just mentioned. So instead, our community outreach board program is organizing a peer mentoring program where scholars are partnered with incoming freshmen to help them with any advice they need. So we know that starting college virtual is going to be very difficult during this time. So we hope that when we do this program, it'll help that smooth transition go through across.
Oh, it sounds like the Leadership Scholars that are in the program are really working hard to try to find creative ways of giving back and making a difference in other people's lives.
Right, yeah.
No, that's great. So maybe we could have Jericho answer this next question. We're actually going to ask each of you to answer this next question. Jericho, could you tell us, how has the Leadership Scholars Program helped you?
Of course. So although last year was my first year in the program, I feel like I've already grown a lot from participating in all the events that it offers. You know, the Meet the Executive events kind of put me out of my comfort zone and allowed me to develop my networking skills in a really supportive environment, while being on the development board kind of helped me improve my ability to collaborate with others and create all these awesome events that really benefit all the scholars. But I think most importantly is the fact that I was able to meet so many hardworking people through the center and create so many lasting friendships that I'm really just excited for everything to go back to normal so I can kind of catch up with all the people that I was able to connect with.
Oh, that's great. What about you, Mona? How has the Leadership Scholars Program helped you?
Well, for me personally, I feel like when I came to Cal State Fullerton, I was eager to join so many clubs and business organizations. I tried joining a handful of them, but I didn't feel any of them stuck quite as well as a Leadership Scholars Program. Here, I met some of the most passionate, driven individuals looking to make a difference in the business sphere. And while we have the opportunity to be connected to knowledgeable executives that can help us, give us advice and exposure for the real world. And already I feel myself being equipped with such valuable networking and leadership skills that I hope to utilize in the future when I graduate from college and go on for it.
Well, it sounds like you're both telling us that this is an opportunity that has great opportunities for students to connect, develop, serve, and that this program absolutely can be highly beneficial to students that join the program. I'm going to ask you one more question, and that is this. How can someone join such a great program? Mona, maybe you can go first here.
Yeah, of course. So there's one way to join the program. It's super easy. On Google, you can just look up Center for Leadership, CSUF, and press the first link. There, you'll be directed to our program and apply online to become a scholar, and you can register for any upcoming events we have in the store. I think Jericho can help me out with the next.
Yeah, the only thing I would add is also to make sure to follow our Instagram page at CSUF CFL. That's where we post updates on all our future events, and it's just a great place to stay connected with what we're doing.
Oh, that's terrific. Well, I think we might have some questions from our live audience. So Danya, do we have any questions from our audience?
Yes, we do. Our first question comes from Sonali from Fullerton, and she asks, how much time should we plan to spend on being a scholar each semester?
Let's have Mona answer that question first. How much time will it take?
Well, talking for me personally, I feel like it all depends on your schedule and how your classes are rearranged. And obviously, since for the virtual semester, that's going to be a little bit difficult. So honestly, it depends on you, how much time you want to be put into the program, because that's how much time the program will give you. So if you decide you really are wanting to be invested and you want to take time and develop your skills in the program itself, the program will help you do that by, linking you with the right executives, meeting the right people. So it all depends on each student. But me personally, I took time to try and go to as many events as possible, talk to as many executives, and I really benefited from those outcomes.
Mona, you mentioned a word in there. You said invest. Would you say that in many ways, the time you spend in the program is really an investment in yourself?
It really is an investment. But honestly, I feel like from this program itself, it feels like something that you can just gain skills that you can't really find anywhere else from any other program. I've really found my place in college ever since I just joined this, and I'm just so excited to see what the future has in store.
No, that's great. So Jericho, with that same question, how do you manage time and how do you find the time to participate in such a great program?
Yes, like Mona mentioned, a huge benefit of the Leadership Scholars is how flexible it was. You know, in the beginning of my first semester with the center, I was only going to the events being offered because I was really busy with school. So that only really took about 1 to 2 hours a week. But as my schedule was able to free up, I was able to invest more time into the center, which of course allowed me to reap more benefits as I joined, the development board and started taking initiative on some of the events. So that kind of allowed me to spend more time, up to maybe like 3 to 4 hours, depending on what was happening in the week.
No, that's terrific. So we do have some more questions. Danya, what's our second question?
So Trey from Seal Beach asks, what are the job prospects like for a graduating scholar?
Jericho, would you like to go first with that?
Sure. There are plenty of job aspects for all our scholars. It really depends on the initiative that you take, though. If you're willing to go out of your way and connect with all the executives that we meet, really kind of build that relationship with them, then they'll be happy to help you with any career advice or different opportunities that may fit your need. I think Rossi would be able to help out to answer that question.
Yeah, so Rossi, tell us about the career prospects, the job prospects that might be awaiting scholars that participate fully in the program.
Yeah, as our scholars mentioned early on, one of our great opportunities to connect with our executives is through our spring mentorship program that we offer each spring. We pair you up with individual executives or companies, and they mentor you for the entire semester. You're able to learn all the behind the scenes, get a real feel for their company and their culture, and learn from them. And also through our Meet the Executives speaker series events that we host 4 times each semester, you have the opportunity to network. So quite frankly, most of our scholars that graduate, they leave with about 2 to 3 job offers. Some through our executives that they met in the program, or even some through our executives network. They're not afraid to connect you with people. So our program is really exciting. You get to just really develop your skills and also connect, and you leave as a really strong networker.
Oh, that's an amazing opportunity for students. I hope that they take full advantage of some of the great things that are being provided here. Danya, do we have a third question?
We do. So Jonah from Santa Ana asks, I heard you mention in the beginning that there are book scholarships. How does that work?
Mona, how does that work?
Well, these book
From a
scholarships
student's perspective, of course.
From a student's perspective, these book scholarships work in the way that based on how active you are in the program, going to these Meet the Executive events or community outreach events that we have to offer, you're able to be given a scholarship from the executives that they invest money into our program and how we can distribute that money. So depending on how active you are on the board, you're given a scholarship each semester, and you're able to use that for tuition-based purposes, books, costs, whatever you need in terms of college. And it's really helpful for a student just because with all these other fees and other accessory type of costs involved, it really helps to know that you're able to be supported by a program that can really help you financially and throughout.
Yeah. Rossi, maybe you could talk a little bit more about how students can earn the scholarships from the Center for Leadership's perspective, which administers the scholarships.
Yes. So as Mona mentioned, we award scholarships each semester. So you have 2 opportunities every year to earn a book scholarship. Just this past spring, we awarded about 26 scholarships. In this semester before, about another, I would say 24. So thanks to our executive board members, we are able to award these scholarships. They're given out in multiple categories. So you can win or be awarded a scholarship based on your overall engagement. We also give scholarships, named scholarships from specific executives. They all, as Mona mentioned, they value in different increments. So the more you put into the program, as everybody mentioned, the more you get out. So if you can attend all of our Meet the Executives and that's it, that's okay. You can still be awarded a book scholarship. If you can attend all of our Meet the Executives and all of our community outreach events, then yes, your book scholarship will be a little higher. So it's really what you put into the program. I don't think we've mentioned that our program is completely free. I know there's some organizations on campus you do have to pay for, so our program's completely free. And in return, we do award you for all of your hard work and dedication.
Wow, that's amazing. And I can't imagine why any student wouldn't want to be part of a program that provides such great opportunities to connect with industry, to develop their leadership, to give back to the community. And also on top of it all, they can earn these great valuable scholarships that keep us enrolled and allow us to kind of keep the wheels turning while they're in school. This is amazing. I think we have one final question. Danya, what is our last question?
So Ellis from Long Beach asks, can we still be a part of the Scholars Program after graduation?
Yeah, what does that look like? Rossi, maybe you could speak to that.
Yes, we actually have a Leadership Scholars Alumni Board. So it's very similar to our Student Leadership Scholars Program. We still get together and we connect with each other. We plan events. We're thinking of ways that we can have networking opportunities for our alumni to still connect with the executives that they did while they were in the program. They give back to the community as well. We have the same core elements, but just as alumni and with less time commitment. So we're not meeting regularly, bi-weekly and so on. It's more so like every month or every other month based on our alumni board schedule. It's a really strong group of individuals, and you also get to connect with them and see where their careers have gone. So if you're looking for a career change, things like that, they can help you just navigate and go on.
No, that's terrific. I actually, just hearing you folks talk about the Scholars Program, and it's so exciting and it's so great to hear the energy. I actually have one final question for each of you, and I know that we've had a great chance to talk about the program up to this point. My question is this: it's for new scholars, somebody thinking about joining this program, about to join this program. What advice would you give a brand new leadership scholar, a student that's just joining the program for the first time? What advice would you give them? Mona, let's have you go first.
Well, speaking from experience, I feel like the advice I would give them is always stay motivated and stay hungry, kind of. I guess always be open to trying new things. Even though you think an event may not be interesting or you don't have friends that are going to an event, just go anyways. You're going to meet people that are just as passionate and just as driven in the program. And that is the best way to network, I feel, in the program, because like I mentioned before, you're going to meet such awesome people in terms of executives and other scholars. So always stay motivated, always stay hungry, stay passionate, and you will go far regardless.
Oh, that's terrific. What about you, Jericho? What advice would you give a new leadership scholar?
I think Mona kind of hit it on the nail, where kind of just being open is a really huge aspect of the leadership scholars. You're going to be put in many different uncomfortable situations, and you might not know what to do. But as long as you stay open and kind of do your best, you're going to learn so many different leadership skills, connect with so many different people. And as long as you stay open, you're going to be open to all the different possibilities and opportunities that the center provides.
And Rossi, as the leader of this program, you have the opportunity to observe and work with so many different students. What advice would you give to a person joining the program for the first time?
I would say join the program and be all in. As both of our scholars mentioned, the more you put into the program, the more dedicated you are, the more you get out. I know when I joined the center and started working for the center, those are the stories I've always heard from everybody graduating, is what I put in is what I got out. So if you're going to start as a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, it doesn't matter what semester you're on. It can be your last semester. But if you put all your effort in, you're going to end up with a very strong semester and just great opportunities ahead for you. So I would say be all in if you join the program.
Yep. So the returns are really worth it in the end. So I want to thank the three of you for being on the show with me today. Rossi, the director of the Leadership Scholars Group, Mona, one of our student leaders, Jericho, one of our student leaders. I want to thank you all for joining us. I think that's all the time we have for today's show. I'd like you to join us for each episode of The Leadership Voice as we take on new themes and new topics that can help guide you in your leadership. I'm Jay Barbuto, and on behalf of the Center for Leadership at Cal State Fullerton, we'll see you next time right here on The Leadership Voice.